Hello, boys and girls. This is lesson 3 on our subtraction strategies. This lesson is called Count On to Subtract. Now, the words count on are not new to us because we have used that same strategy in addition. So here's our objective. I can count on to solve a subtraction problem. So let's look at the little story here. It says, spark your learning. 8 children sit at tables. 5 children sit at a red table. The rest sit at a blue table. How many children sit at the blue table? So the problem is about we have some children sit at a red table and some children are at a blue table. We do know that there's 8 children in all and that 5 are sitting at this red table, and we want to know how many are at the blue table. And again, we're working on subtraction, so we're going to write a subtraction problem. So let's look at our two numbers. We have the numbers 8 and we have the number 5. Now, boys and girls, we know that when we subtract, we always start with our biggest number. So let's write an equation. We have 8 minus 5 equals. Now we're working on the strategy of counting on. When we count on, we want to remember to start with the smallest number. And our smallest number is the number 5. So let's see how we would do that. So I'm going to put down 5 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to count on until I get to the number 8. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8. So there must be 3 children then sitting at the blue table. So our equation would be 8 minus 5 equals 3. Now I'm going to set those to the side and let's draw it out. So we have, again, 8 students in all, 8 kids in all. We know 5 are at the red table. So let's draw those 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to count on until we get to the number 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 students are at the blue table, 5 students were at the red table. We have 8 students in all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our equation, 8 minus 5 equals 3. 3 students sit at the blue table. So you can see we counted on just like we would do if we were doing an addition problem. There's a very good relationship between addition and subtraction. They are just the opposite of each other, but we can use the same numbers and the same strategies to work on both. So let's turn the page. And we're on page 54 at the bottom, and it is called Build Understanding. Now, Build Understanding, again, is another page that you will be doing on the online portion of our math. So let's look at our equation. It says there are 9 acorns. 7 acorns are on the ground. The rest of them are in a tree. How many acorns are in the tree? So let's look at our two numbers. We have the numbers 9 and the number 7. And we also notice that when we are subtracting, we start with the biggest number. So here's our equation. 9 minus 7 equals some number. Now remember, when counting on, we're going to start with the smallest number. And the number 7 is our smallest number. So we had 7 acorns on the ground. The rest are in the tree, but there are 9 of them. So we're going to count forward until we get to the number 9. 7, 8, 9. So the number missing would be the number 2. Let's draw that out. 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to write those numbers in. 7, 8, 9. So I counted on, I counted forward to help me to subtract. So my answer would be, I counted on 2 more, so 9 minus 7 equals 2. How can you complete the equation to solve the problem? 9 minus 7 equals 2. We counted on, we can say 7, 8, 9. We could also look at that just for a little help on our number line. 7, 8, 9. We go forward 2. So 2 acorns are in the tree. And this is where we would stop, and then we would go back to our task. All right, so we're going to skip the step it out. Step it out is not on the computer. You do not have to do this portion, but you can definitely, if you want to have some extra practice, it's there for you if you need it. So let's turn the page to the on your own portion of our work. So let's read the little story here. And it says, model with mathematics. We're still going to count on to subtract. Holly has 11 beads. 9 of them are on the floor. So let's circle our 2 numbers for our problem. There's 11 beads in all. 9 of them are on the floor. The rest are on the table. So how many beads are on the table? So let's take our 2 numbers. We always start subtraction with the biggest number. So there's the number 11. And we're going to subtract out the number of beads on the floor, which are 9, to figure out how many beads are on the table. Now, I'm going to count on to do this. So again, when we count on, we're going to start with the smallest number and count up until we get to the 11. So we would say 9, 10, 11. So 2 are on the table. 2 beads are on the table. And we can check it on a number line. Here's our 11, here's our 9. We want to count on until we get to the 11. 1, 2. So that is the correct answer. Let's look at number 3. Number 3 says, explain how Malik can count on to subtract. And the 2 numbers are 10 minus 7. So we have to write a little bit. So we would say he can start at the 7. He can start at the 7 and count on until he gets to 10. And I don't know why I capitalized that H. Let's correct that. It should be a lowercase h. All right. So he can start at the 7. 7 is our small number, and count on until he gets to 10. So let's see what that would be. We could say 7, 8, 9, 10. So the difference is 3. Let's write that down. The difference means that's the answer to a subtraction problem. We know that sum was the answer in addition. Difference is the answer to subtraction. So the difference is 3. 10 minus 7, the difference is 3. So on our number line, again, we started at 7 and we counted on until we got to 10. 1, 2, 3. So we can check our answer on our number line. The difference is 3. Let's look on at the bottom part. We're almost done with today's lesson. It was a short one. So count on to subtract. So let's look at these 4 problems here, and we're going to count on. Remember, when we subtract, the big number is always first, but we start with a small number to count on. So the small number is 7. I'm going to circle that, and I'm going to count on until I get to the number 8. So 7, 8. So 8 minus 7 equals 1. 10 minus 8. 8 is my smallest number. I'm going to circle that because that's where I start. And I'm going to count on until I get to 10. So 8, 9, 10. So 2 numbers. 8, 10 minus 8 equals 2. 6 minus 6. Now we know that if we have a number and we take away that same number, our answer is always 0. I don't even need to count on. 12 minus 9. 9 is our smallest number. So I'm going to count on from 9 until I get to 12. So 9, 10, 11, 12 is 3. 3 numbers. So 12 minus 9 equals 3. I hope this helped you, boys and girls, with your counting on to subtract.